14 years ago, the late Senator Mike Enzi, Republican from the state of Wyoming, had joined me in honoring the presentation of a Congressional Gold Medal to an amazing man, a pioneer in alleviating global poverty. The recipient was Bangladeshi Professor Muhammad Yunus, shown here in this photo, the founder of Grameen Bank. Madam President, I've been fortunate to visit Bangladesh several times, and many times with Professor Yunus. What he came up with as an idea of making small loans to the poorest people on earth literally changed the world. It changed Bangladesh and the families there who were struggling to feed their children to the point where they could buy a sewing machine and finally make a living with a few dollars with the promise that they'd pay it back. This idea, Grameen Bank, the People's Bank, was Professor Yunus's idea. It revolutionized something called micro-lending, which hadn't been heard of before his time. It provided easy access to small loans to more than 7 million borrowers. 90% of them were women or groups of women. It changed poverty reduction in the process. Such efforts eventually earned Professor Yunus the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006. Tragically, despite the achievements of this great professor, despite the recognition which he's had on an international basis, he has been harassed by the Bangladeshi government almost nonstop. They pursued an inexplicable, petty vendetta against Professor Yunus, levying over 100 unsubstantiated criminal and civil charges. In fact, he'll soon go on trial again, another trial, this time facing possible life in prison on a nonsense charge. Last year, because of the frustration of his friends around the world with the way he's being treated by the local government in Bangladesh, 170 global leaders, including more than 100 Nobel laureates, wrote to Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, urging an end to these judicial proceedings and harassment. I've made similar calls and will do so again here on the floor today. Quite simply, what is happening to Professor Muhammad Yunus is a travesty that will seriously harm our relationship with Bangladesh. It must stop immediately. Enough.